Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday comes again.
毎日
Sunday,
毎
Monday,
日
Tuesday,
日立の
Wednesday,
細長
Thursday,
静
Friday,
か
Saturday,
サラサラ
Sunday comes again.
綺麗な空気体には細長が気持ちいいんです日立のビッグフローウェルネス日立フレ
B3CCA Love me. IRL, IRL, love me. Love me. IRL, IRL, love me. Love me.
Apparently, Maeda would go all over the world, and he would challenge people in circuses. That's where you fought. Dude, he was having MMA fights all over the world. He was famous. This is what Jean-Jacques told me. I think Kano was his master. Apparently, something like they didn't want him to take these fights in these circuses and stuff anymore. So he took a fight in Mexico, and he wore a mask so he wouldn't get busted. And he was the one who started the mask wearing in pro wrestling. Maeda started it.
Was it what they called the
That's what Jean-Jacques told
Nacho
me.
Libre?
If I have to fold one more box, I'm gonna snap.
Juicy snap. Stab it to a Slim Jim. Need a little excitement? Stab it to a Slim Jim.
By Pro Wrestling Clips, Flutes are civil. Conan broke the internet with his Vikingo contract news, though. Everyone's saying he's going to WWE.
Well, they can say whatever they want. That's not happening right now, that's for sure.
It's time for Jim Cornette's Strike Through, sponsored by Stephen Paynew. Send an email to our crew, buy a cameo or two. It's Jim Cornette's Strike Through.
もっと暖かくなるエアコンに変えてください。
細長だから快適ゾーン4倍。What's your next desire?
すぐ暖かくなるエアコンがいい。
細長だからファジー速暖静かでパワフル日立の Big Flow 暮らし刺激人
日立
Becca, bitch. We're about to get vile. Yeah. I'm a prom queen, but I keep to myself, stacking high green. You're in debt to your health. AARP. Ain't shit old but my wealth. And my oppie's getting dumber every day. Ha. Up in the gym, but I never need a witness. Tonic and gin when I'm working on my fitness. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, yeah, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. I be flexing like the dudes high on tread, all natural. Better give her her tens. They say blondie, how you get woman instead. My eggs, fertile, healthy, and firm. My trades, flowing free like the Thames. And my haters getting madder every day. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. Yeah.
Did you grow up idolizing wrestling?
Yeah.
You did?
I always wanted to be a comic, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. It's just the same thing. It's like spectacle and performance.
Entertainment.
And it's the same.
You're actually a clown who's in shape. So that's a big difference.
Well,
we don't have to be in shape to be clowns. You have to be in shape clowns.
I remember maybe it was like 2010 or 11. I barely used to work out when I was on the independents because like your physique wasn't as important. I just didn't work out that hard.
What are we talking, like twice a week?
Yeah, and like there'd be times I'd just go months without working out even.
Holy shit, that's
like,
wild.
but I was scrawny, and it was like I was still getting cheered anyway. Part of the allure of that act was that I was kind of a scrawnier guy. I think there's an inherent sense of self-awareness that comics can play off, or like a good performer will play off. It's like, hey, I understand what you see, and I'm going to exploit that. You have to have the self-awareness and the presence of mind to know what people see, know what their expectations are, and therefore you can either use it, exploit it, or subvert it however you see fit.
That's just like us.
Right.
Same thing.
Right.
Get a Life is brought to you by Foot Locker, America's most complete athletic footwear store where it all begins.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sports Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration. Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Ladies and gentlemen, shit's about to hit the fan.
The system is broken. It was time for a revolution. We could be the wrestlers that we want to be.
We have our own stories. We make our own characters.
Different. That's what makes us elite.
I've been forced to vacate the AEW World Trios Championship.
Fun created a revolution.
Show days, super chaotic. A lot of times we get here and we don't know what we're doing till hours, minutes before we go out there.
There literally are, I think some weeks, 100 talents running around backstage.
At that point, it caught Tony Khan's ear, and he started thinking, maybe I want to do this, let's get together. And I guess the rest is history, right?
We're just getting started, but it's a great fight to start a great night.
Oh, well, it's a great fight to start a great night. Ooh, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to a PWT Run-In. I am your host, Phil Marks. Thanks for being here, whoever tunes in and tunes up. Not a traditional live show here. Not, typically I'm not live Tuesdays, but it's, since we've been, how long ago were we manifesting this invasion going down and for so long since this TNA shit. It's just like the Hot Lucha Summer. We had to gather for Sermon tonight. We had to get together tonight for NXT versus TNA Invasion. I just rewatched the WWF versus Alliance Invasion, like all the key events from that not too long ago. And with the help of some grok, I think, and Chat GPT to like, hey, what specific event did Christian win this belt, whatever the fuck, right? So I had to do some sleuthing, but that was sort of my like side wrestling viewing for a little bit there. And then all of a sudden NXT and WWE announced we're doing the Invasion. And then they announce, it's called Showdown or whatever, because Netanyahu or some shit didn't like it. Whatever, doesn't matter. This event could be on Crown Jewel time, and we would be gathered here today to do this show because we've been waiting for this for goddamn ever. And I can't wait. But not only is it an invasion, not only was it a show between tonight, NXT versus TNA, the Showdown, but we also have AEW Title Tuesday, Dynamite Title Tuesday. There's only one title on the line, though, which is pretty funny. And then I have some more graphics down here. Guys, make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe. This shit is just live on X on both the channels, so whatever. Just make sure you're subscribed or share it or hit like or retweet it or wherever you're watching it and or listening. And we're going to do some cool little, we got 15 minutes before both of these shows start. AEW announced they're going to go an extra half an hour as well. So we'll see how that plays out. WWE is going to accomplish more and less. Tony Khan always thinks more is more, which it's not always the case. I'm curious to see. I mean, I'm not overly hyped for this Title Tuesday, let's be honest. And this Invasion show I am hyped for. And, Joe Hendry and Jordan Grace are both announced as the special refs of their respective divisions and former promotion / current promotion. Somebody's going to turn heel. Somebody's going to turn dark. Somebody's going to do something shady here. I don't know if Joe Hendry's the guy to do a big heel turn. I don't know if it's even necessarily a heel turn, but it's just, because if you're Team TNA, then are they turning heel? Is Jordan turning heel if she aligns with TNA again? Is that the right move to have Joe or Jordan align with TNA when they've sort of distanced themselves? I don't know. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited for this. Lots of storyline to sink your teeth into. We have Mustafa Ali versus Ethan Page. We have the Hardys versus Dark State. We have, and they're, about to take on the Dudleys in a tables at BFG. We have the Survivor Series match, 4-on-4 for the men and women both. Team TNA for the women. You have Kalani Jordan, the knockout champion, the Iconics, Mara Sade, taking on JC Jane and who else do you have in there? Kalani Jordan and who else? I have to squint for this graphic. Lola Vice and Sol Ruka, who is like a double champ. And then on the men's side, you have Team TNA as Kazarian, Moose, Santana, and Slater. Pardon me, and they'll be taking on Trick, who's the TNA World Champion, NXT World Champion, Ricky Saints, Javon Evans, and Miles Bourne. So just stacky. And it's unfortunate, man. It would be cool if that international title for TNA was on the line as well against that North American title. But it's all good because this makes storyline-wise, this makes me think Mustafa could fucking make a way with this North American title. For some reason, I just have a feeling, dude. But I'm excited for this, and they're also taping the next NXT show here, so expect a heavy TNA presence for next week's episode. And what else? You have TNA is allegedly being taped live for Thursday, not taped live. That's redacted. I'm stupid. Sorry. Big Bang is just such a compelling show. I'm distracted here. No. apparently TNA's taping the next however many episodes live from Full Sail, if I'm not mistaken, and they're airing on Thursdays live, so they're clearly going to see how this would work. They're on the precipice of a TV deal, so I think if that is the case, then that likely means that they're going to look at the numbers and also just look at if they're able to pull off live shows and how that looks for them creatively and all of this stuff before they pull the trigger on a TV deal somewhere. Who knows? But yeah, I'm assuming they're going to stay Thursdays. That's been their whole rebuild has been based around Thursdays. That's TNA Thursdays. That's their day. So they're just going to kick Dynamite's ass on the next night. This is what's going to happen. I know people are like, they should go head to head and shit. Trust me on this one. NXT their ratings are going to come out. Dynamite's ratings are going to come out. TNA's ratings are going to come out after their new TV deal all around the same day or whatever. And it's going to be like a double dosage of clownage. Like once TNA ratings come out, everyone will dunk on AEW a second time. So don't worry, AEW haters. It's still them getting dunked on if that's what you're worried about. And yeah, I just think it's smarter for TNA. As much as like I would love to see them go live head to head. I think that'd be awesome. I think that'd be awesome for all these shows. NXT, Raw, I've said it a million times. If AEW's bout it, and we rowdy, bowdy, Conan, orale mi raza. If it's Wolfpack for life, Holmes, you're fucking, you're going head to head live, you know, but none of these companies want to do that. And so, yeah, you just keep your day that you've built your following on and shit, you know? I digress. So head to head, it is AEW versus WWE, but it is also NXT versus TNA tonight. So that is absolutely amazing. Over on Title Tuesday, again, just like double the wrestling matches all mean less. None of these one matches mean one thing, mean half of what any of these one things on this card mean. Okay. I'm bumblefucking around here. Hangman is going face to face with Joe. That's cool. Jurassic Express are in action. So, okay. Whatever that means. Mercedes Monet's got a TBS Open challenge from someone from Florida, which I think will be Dakota Kai or like Elektra Lopez. She just debuted in NWA the other day. The Demand, which is Ricochet and the GOA, are taking on the Hurt Syndicate in a street fight. Ishii is Ishii, for you Nuge marks out there, not trying to mispronounce it, takes on John Moxley. And it's like, bro, didn't they do this a couple times already? Haven't they done this match on like Rampage before and shit? And then you have Pac taking on Orange Cassidy. I mean, here's the problem. They're both returning. They both have just returned, and you're going to put them in a match against each other to beat them both. Tony doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's either going to beat Cassidy or beat Pac here. And in turn, it just fucks up both of their returns. That's the fucking problem, right? So it's like no one can build momentum ever. Oh, no, it's just going to end in a brawl where everyone's brawling in a DQ. Okay, well, that's shittier, you know? It's just like Mike Bailey and Jet Speed debut at the same week. Tony Khan puts them in a fucking tag team together. What are you doing? Then you have Okada and Takeshita, who are rivals but are kind of friends in a double Jeopardy elimination. I'll take things I don't want to watch for 400, Alex. Oh my fucking god, dude. Versus Brodito. So essentially what I think this is, okay? Because doesn't Takeshita have a belt or he doesn't have a belt either way? If Brodito beats Okada and Takeshita, then they get shots at the other guy's belts. But if Okada and Takeshita beat Brodito, they get shots at the tag belts. It is the most fantasy mark book.
You fucking
fucking mark.
This is, and like, it's kind of cute, man. I always say Tony's a cutie pie because this is like what a little kid would do because they couldn't figure out fleshed out stories. Well, they probably could actually, most of them, but you get what I'm saying. Like, over on, oh man, we have a whole brand supremacy. People are winning each other's titles. You don't know who to trust. All of this is going on in TNA NXT. 4 matches. Tony Khan, here's fucking 2, 4, 6, 8 segments. And none of it really mean, okay, Monet just defends her belt against someone. You know, Hurt Syndicate and Ricochet do garbage shit to each other that people don't want to see Lashley and Benjamin doing. Joe and Hangman face to face. I mean, okay, they'll cut some good promos. Jurassic Express, I mean, okay, Jack Perry, like, no one really wants to see him. I guess I'm like glad they're doing that, but okay, they're just back together. There's no story there. They're just back together. Mox and Ishii, it's just like a Goober Smarks fucking match that they've already done. Cassidy Pack, again, I already broke that down. The title eliminator thing, Tony thinks that adds intrigue instead of like storylines. You know, it's kind of cute. And then in the main event, you have Fletcher and O'Reilly in a TNT Kyle versus Kyle 2 as well. They mark out for things like this. Ready? They have the same name. This is great. Can you believe it? Not only is it Kyle Fletcher versus Kyle O'Reilly, and are they both great wrestlers, but their names are both Kyle. So it's just fucking Kyle versus Kyle 2 is thrown on a poster, and it's TNT title, and we know O'Reilly's going to lose. But, like, isn't it great? 5.5 stars. I don't know, man. This is just like, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't even think putting your best foot forward. This just seems thrown together. It's unfortunate. Okay, guys, so screw you, Kaz. So let's get into, I just want to, before we start this head-to-head here, we have about 5 minutes. The Invasion. I mean, what a time to be alive. It's you and yours versus me and mine. Are we talking teams? Are we talking teams? Are we picking sides? Want to come with me? Right? WWF versus WCW Invasion. ECW was a part of it. The Alliance, you know, we all know about it. And I just have some stats that I threw together and I recently watched. And yeah, we're just going to talk about the Invasion just as a refresher. So the Invasion in July, I think, when was it? The 4th? July 4th? Buff and Booker T threw down, or maybe it was like the 14th. I can't remember the date exactly, but then on the 22nd, the Invasion pay-per-view itself went down. So relatively quick after the Alliance sort of showed up, right? SummerSlam went down August 19th, 01. Unforgiven, September 23, 01. No Mercy, October 21, 01. And Survivor Series, November 18, 01. And that's where they sort of ended everything. Now, I think that the TNA versus NXT stuff, I don't think this is the end to it. They're sort of flipping it around, Mark Maron. They went on Mark Maron's show, and then they flipped their graph upside down, and then flipped it horizontally, and then went that way. From right to left. Wouldn't that just be the same way then? No. I don't know. But this Survivor Series thing, all the stuff they're doing, even the No Mercy event being a part of this in a way, or being amidst this whole invasion shit, it all directly ties back to what went down back in the day. So that's been brilliant. Chef's kiss, Easter egg type shit. But we have the titles. So I just want to refresh some memories about titles that bounced around. So WWF championship matches. So Stone Cold defeated Kurt Angle for the WWF title, and he beat Kurt Angle and RVD in a triple threat at No Mercy for the WWF title, winning it twice during the whole invasion. Okay, and if you guys remember, Stone Cold was flip-flopping around, driving his ATV after a couple beers. What? Joining up with, WCW and all that. So the WCW World Heavyweight title. This is how many times it flopped around. So Kurt Angle beat Booker T for it in July 24. And then on the July 26 Raw, Booker T defeated Kurt Angle to regain the World Heavyweight Championship. And then at SummerSlam, The Rock beat Booker T and Shane McMahon in a handicap match to become the WCW champion. Then on SmackDown, Booker T beat The Rock. So really think about Booker T, man, was being used well. Why wasn't DDP? That's what pisses me off. Like, where was he in the mix of all this? They just didn't see him as like a big WCW player or what? It's crazy. But The Rock then defeated Booker T at Unforgiven. That was at Unforgiven there. Chris Jericho defeated The Rock for the WCW title. And then I think The Rock defeated Jericho. And Booker T defeated The Rock ultimately in that whole thing there. This is all out of whack here. So WCW United States Championships switched hands. Rhino beat Tajiri. Yeah, I don't know what I have listed here. I think I just went with like the key title switches here. So I kind of botched that. But basically on the scoreboard, okay, for Invasion, I'm just trying to tally these up here. So WWF had at the Invasion, there was Earl Hebner versus Nick Patrick, okay, the Alliance referee versus the WWF referee. Remember they were beefing over like the referee locker room and all that. So what other matches? So RVD fought Jeff Hardy for the hardcore title. APA versus Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Hare. Edge and Christian versus Lance Storm and Mike Awesome. And Lance Storm opened like all these PLEs. I don't know if there was dark matches beforehand, right? And then, you had the inaugural brawl, which was Team W. It's funny because this all started with the Team WWF versus like Alliance, and then it ends with that as well. But Team WWF was Stone Cold, Kurt, Jericho, Undertaker, and Kane. And then Team WCW was Booker T, DDP, Rhino, and the Dudley Boys, which that works, man. And maybe in the Invasion, they just wanted to get some of their guys. Like they couldn't get Hogan and Goldberg and Steiner and shit right away. So they kind of like sent some of their guys, Kurt Angle and Stone Cold are going to switch sides and shit. But Rhino was the last ECW, I think, world and television champion. And then you have the Dudleys who wrestled everywhere other than WCW, but they did hold the WCW tag titles early. And then Booker T and DDP obviously should have been like key factors through that whole fucking Invasion, but they were just, DDP was just jobbed out with by Undertaker and shit, turned into the Stalker. We all know that. But in the Invasion, okay, WWF went roughly 4 wins. Alliance got 2 wins. At SummerSlam, okay, we don't need, let's see here, actually. Yeah, let's read through some of these. Like, X-Pac took on Tajiri. Undertaker and Kane took on DDP and Canyon in a steel cage. Van Dam took on Jeff Hardy again, but in a ladder match for the hardcore title. So I wonder if that means you could have just like ran in with a ladder and won. Then you had Dudley Boys and Test. And remember, Test defected. Test is a low-key sleeper in the Invasion, dude. Test fucking ruled in his day. And that name, too, Test, that name is awesome, was awesome. His big boot was awesome, the pump handle slam. But he defected early, and he was like feuding with Edge over the U.S. title and all that shit. Edge beat Lance Storm for the IC title. Jericho took on Rhino. They were trying to get Rhino over, dude. The Rock took on Booker T. We read that. And then Austin, Kurt Angle. Team WWF won 5 matches to the Alliance's 3. Okay, at Unforgiven, they tied 4 wins to 4. So Undertaker and Kane beat Chronic. Raven beat Perry Saturn. And Perry was repping WWF. Edge and Lance Storm for the IC title again. Christian and Al Snow for the European title. And Christian joined the Alliance as well. Rhino took on Tajiri for the US title. RVD took on Jericho for the hardcore title. The Dudleys took on Big Show and Tajiri for both sets of tag titles. And then The Rock took on Booker T and Shane McMahon. So then they tied there. So WWE just shitting in WCW's mouth at this point, right? No Mercy. The Alliance got 4 wins and WWE got 3 wins. So finally, if we're talking events, it's 2 to 1, and then they tied 1. Right? And then there was a slew of matches, 7 matches on this one. And then Survivor Series, ultimately, WWE won with 5 wins to the Alliance's 1, and they won the key match, the Survivor Series match, and there was a Battle Royal that wasn't counted to anybody's total. And so we'll see if NXT, WWE, I mean, there's only 4 matches here, but we'll see if NXT just takes a dump in TNA's mouth tonight. Or do they let TNA whoop their ass a little bit? We will see. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was me babbling for a bit before this shit started. Round of applause. Thank you for being here. Let's get into things. We have Joe and Hangman kicking off one show. And we have this hot-ass NXT crowd. NXTNA crowd, I suppose. And we're kicking shit off with the Hardy Boys. So automatic W for NXT. It's an automatic W. And look how in shape both Matt and Jeff look. Legitimate. Matt's been getting shreddy eddied. So far, NXT winning. We'll put the NXT graphic up. So far, they're winning. Thomas Moore became a new member, and then he became a new member again. How the fuck do you do that?
The best guy is Tony Khan.
No, you probably became a new member to both channels. I thank you so much, Thomas Moore. I acknowledge you guys. You can super chat in, or you can become a member if you'd like to support what I do. Just make sure you hit like or retweet or whatever tonight. Vote in the poll as well. Who wins tonight? WWE, TNA, AEW, or NXT?
Acknowledge me.
But yeah, I hope you guys like those stats. I know I was kind of bibbling there for a minute. I copied and pasted shit from Grok and Wikipedia there, and I forget the way I ordered some of that shit. But either way, the point I was making was WWE took a big shit in WCW's mouth. But can you blame them because of like the guys they had is the overarching thing, but I took a while to get there. Also, there was some other stats I wanted to read you guys. I just forget. It was which titles got merged. So ultimately, WWE also absorbed all the titles as well. And I just forgot to write that down. So there you go. There's my show prep for this run-in. That's why it's called a run-in. Okay, folks? Your boy Phil, we just ran in today. I was busy as fuck before this. Here we go. Dark State's coming out. I am listening to Hangman. I won't lie. When Dark State comes on, I'm like, Hangman. We're switching over. I'm like listening to him. I know some people are probably like, oh, come on now, Phil. Give the titles to the Hardys. Yeah, I want to see them get it. I was in the wrong chat. Hey, PWT verse, what's up? Can't listen to Hangman. I'm Magic. It should be on Peacock after a couple days. Is NXT on Peacock? Invasion was awesome. Yeah, I hope you guys like that. I wish I had more time. I'm sorry. I was babbling. My intros always go long. And I was like rushing to get on. I was like rushing to get on the air, so I appreciate everyone who made it. Again, not a typical stream night for us. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm locked in again over here to NXT. The Hardys are in great shape. Dude, and the Dudleys are sitting there? Yeah, I want the Hardys to win, have a miniature run with those NXT titles, and then just sort of like sell some merch in WWE. They already have been, but just like sign those Legends deals, get back in 2K26, etc., get inducted into the Hall of Fame this year in Saudi. They should fucking do it, man. Now, the AEW crowd is hot for Joe, but I mean, what ticket sales did they do? Because Joe's going to cook. Oh my God, look at this botchy shit. You're with the Hardys and you're doing your dumb ass. Ugh. Did you guys see that? That was brutal.
There's got to be nerves inside of Dark's thing. We've already seen in this.
They'd get inducted in Vegas. You keep forgetting Saudi is 27. You're right. Thank you for that, JJ. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I do keep forgetting that. Thank you. Keep pointing it out until I correct myself because I keep fucking jumping the gun on that. You're right. It's because the whole double or nothing concept I'm not into. Like Triple H were doubling down. Is that just, to me, it just felt too on the nose. And then their VIP access code is all in. And they use black and gold. It's like, man, you motherfuckers are just real going at AEW's throat with that shit. It just kind of cringes me out. Maybe that's why. Whereas Saudi, I'm like, this is the thing with Saudi. It's going to be an insane, whether you fucking hate where it's being hosted, dude, it will be one of the most memorable manias, if not for like the stage and the fucking whatever type of presentation they do. It'll be some like other shit. It'll be on another level. The money that will get sunk into that event. So like as a fan, just watching from home, regardless if it's in Vegas or Saudi, like I ain't mad at wherever it is. You know, the more money. The only reason I get amped as a fan is okay. They're gonna sink shitloads into the production. Hopefully, if they don't, if it's not one of the best WrestleManias ever, I mean, fuck you. You know. And I'll be the first to call it out. But I think it'll be like insanely memorable, if not just for like the names they get there and shit. But yes, you're right. In Vegas, that's even better than in Saudi. It's even better than in Saudi. I wonder if the Saudis are like, we want Batista. Ooh, that could change the game too. Because I say Batista and the Hardys and Stephanie McMahon. That's an amazing class right there. Then you induct like someone else. Someone throw me a name. Who's not in there that should be? Is Big John Studd in? I don't know. Victoria's good. Rick Martel, the Eggman, yelling for nothing. Is who, me? I'm just amped, dude. I'm on some coffee. Phil Marks. Oh, thank you. I would love to be in the Hall of Fame. Me. Yeah. Virgil. Them. They. Did I say they? Who are those people? Yeah, let's try not to. Thomas Moore became a new member again. I'm confused. I'm honestly confused. Are you just like canceling your membership, then re-upping your membership, bro? Whatever you're doing, everyone, round of applause. It's like deja vu. Fucking there's a glitch in the Matrix. Okay, coming back from commercial. Sorry, I'm not gonna lie. I've been locked into the Hardys match the whole time because I'm watching on Netflix through commercial. Or maybe Thomas Moore had like, because if you're a member, don't you get like a free super chat you can send in? So like if you just type nothing, doesn't it come up as that? Do they bank up? I don't know how it works. Who knows what Saudi's going to be like in 2 years? Yeah. I'll be honest, though, that Dynamite promo was short and sweet, and then you put the conglomeration on the air, and everyone shut the TV off. But it's rude to say that because Mark Briscoe, like, you don't want to talk shit about Mark Briscoe, but it's like, I love you, Mark, but fuck it. It's not your fault. It's none of I loved Undisputed Era, too. I don't even hate Ishii. It's just he's fucking old. And just that style is like the past gen of Nuge guys that need to understand it just don't work, man. That shit don't work anymore. That's all. Don't work in America. Look at the Dudleys and Carlos Silva just standing, eyeing this whole thing. That's so cool. My membership ran out, then I joined the wrong channel, LOL. Well, luckily, Thomas, that's why I just make it 99 cents Canadian, because then I figure, because then I'm asking you to be a member to both. You know, if people did that, that'd be super awesome. And yeah, and I know it's a little confusing in that regard, but as far as membership, you get the same stuff if you're a member of either. Here we go. Whisper in the wind. Oh, yeah. And Matt Hardy's getting amped. And they look in good shape, man. Like, obviously, at that age, it's not like you're getting uber. Unless you're, like, you know, hitting the juice hard or whatever. You're on the gas and shit. But like, the Hardys look like they've been fucking watching what they've been eating. They've been watching their carbs and, like, working out hard every day, you know, before this return. So that's good. Matt will never, like, his hips are just fucked. He'll never have that range of motion back, but he makes it work. Twist of fate, no. DDT. Yeah, you better sell your ass off after fucking that double team move up earlier. Or whatever that move was you were doing to Jeff Hardy. I don't think it was a double team, actually. Sorry. Oh. Oh, shit. Twist of fate into the fucking... Oh, let's go. Who you guys voting for? I'll check the polls in a bit. Hangman does the same promo every time. I know, dude. It's true. And he does have a good promo. He does have a good one, but it's just the same thing. Why? Because he's not given. There's no motivation beyond what's already there. Like, they haven't put him in a story where it's like, oh, this is happening and that happened and this happened, therefore this happened, you know? and because of that, this and that. Oh, okay. So now my character would say this, or I really feel like this, and I'm going to weave that in with what it would be in storyline. There's none of that to even think about. It's just like, go there, cut a promo. Look at these Dark State guys dropping people and shit. Twist of Fate. Yeah, fuck you. You're done. Get the crowd back. Just Twist of Fate. You're done. Yeah, thank God Matt just saved that shit. Tag. Fucking finish time, buds. Yeah, it's go to sleep, nap boys. Yes. Yes. I'm super glad they won. I love it. It's a Hardy party. We're the goats. I mean, yeah, dude, they've had how fucking dumb is Tony as well that they didn't win the AEW tag titles even for like a week. And then drop them to somebody, you know, but they've won every tag belt there is. WCW, WWE, a billion indies, TNA, ROH, NXT now. So good shit, pal. That match was pretty ass, not gonna lie. But it was a Hardy party. They won. And I just hope they get a Hall of Fame induction in Vegas. And are the Dudleys in? Are the fucking Dudleys in the Hall of Fame? They should be if they're not. Okay, it's a commercial for NXT now, even on Netflix. It's a We'll Be Right Back. So we're watching this match here, Moxley and Ishii. Oh my God, and that's all he can do. They trade punches and they look shitty. That's the problem. Like, if they were duking it out like fucking Terry Funk and Ric Flair would, okay. But they're not doing that. And this is just like this is just like Moxley's fucking once a year he wrestles Ishii because it's his dream to do it contractually. In 2018, thank you. In 2018, thank you for that info. Why try? Dudley Boys in, thank you guys. Yeah, so 2018 during 34 weekend. Thank you guys for all chiming in with that. I appreciate that. So yeah, the Hardys need to go in there. And Edge and Christian need to go in as individuals and as a team. Even though as a team it's a bit of a stretch, but it's like we fanboy out for that shit. You don't need to be like world champion shit either to be in the Hall of Fame in pro wrestling. Body of work does matter, I think. And celebrities getting inducted for them lending their credibility to the business and shit, I fully support that going in as well. I'm not a hater at all on like the Ultimate Warrior award or like the Connor's Cure award, and I fully support Connor's Cure, Connor the Crusher. That fucking kid ruled, dude. And I'm all about that, and I'm all about like acknowledging people in WWE with an Ultimate Warrior award and maybe sending some money their way and highlighting them on a TV show or even over Mania weekend. But like as far as the Hall of Fame, yeah, like you don't need to add on to that. There's so much wrestlers who put their fucking lives on the line. Lives, man, my lives. Like when you're playing games and you're trying to get lives. No. Listen, man, there's so many wrestlers who put their lives on the line that I think should just get that TV time and that bit of acknowledgement and that little merch sale boost and get thrown in the video game and all that, just so the kids growing up can remember and go, oh, this guy, you know what I mean? There's kids right now playing 2K25 who are like, dude, George the Animal Steel rules, because they use him in this fucking video game. They wouldn't have known him otherwise, you know? So yeah, so it's picture in picture. I'm still locked into AEW Title Tuesday, even though there's only one title match and we know the outcome of it. What a terrible Title Tuesday. Why is it even called that? Yeah, this is crazy. There's over 200 watching on X and on YouTube. We're live on both channels right now, and the replay will just be up on both, just because that's what I do with run-ins. So, yeah, run those likes up, hit retweet, all that good shit. Thank you. I appreciate you all. Vote in the poll in the chat as well. Come say hi. Hit heart or whatever. Appreciate you guys. This isn't a usual thing. It's just the invasion, the showdown. We're here for it. We've been manifesting this here at PWT. So, and then plus head-to-heads. I typically go live for those as well. So here we go. It's the women's. Damn, who wears short shorts? Jordan wears short shorts. Okay. TNA ring announcer Mackenzie Mitchell, Vic Joseph's wife. She fucking rules in this position as well for TNA. She reminds me of Penzer, the inspiration. So we're 1-0 for TNA tonight, guys. Hardys are technically TNA. Here's Mara Sade with the accent backwards. Someone's got to take these fools to school on that. WWE, hit me up. TNA, Anthem, whatever. Kalani defecting. Meanwhile, when it's like Worlds Collide and it's like Team CMLL versus Team ROH versus Team AEW, Meltzer's like 4.758 stars, Brian. Yeah, I just peeked over at Mox. Sorry, I'm totally locked into NXT. I don't know why I didn't switch it over. I was locked into that. I was locked into that fucking entrances there. Sorry for the women. Then I looked down, and Ishii's bleeding from the nose and just fucking forearming Moxley still. And it's like, is this all you guys have? It's all you've done this whole fucking match. Here, I like this, though. I wanted to see some Team NXT shirts that were black and platinum. And then I wanted to see some Team TNA shirts that were red with the TNA logo on there. That's what I wanted to see in that brawl. Because they have to do more of this on TNA's turf. It can't all just be on fucking NXT's turf. I love how Soruka does the fucking fish lips, Wayne's World. It's party time. Excellent. What is that, Wayne's World 2 at the end? Fish lips. I love how she does that. And you got Champ Soul there, dude. Chad, you guys are so ruthless to Tony Khan. I say what they should do is turn Zarya heel on Soul right away. Have Fallon break up with JC Jane and become a baby face and do her like cowgirl thing. And then I would call JC Jane up sooner or later. And either she's in the Secret Hervis, and then her and Chelsea Green eventually feud over the Secret Hervis and shit like that, or she's just like doing her own thing. I just think she could bolster up that SmackDown women's division a little bit, you know? Because they already have Julia, like, and I almost called her Jasmine Nix. Julia, and what's her name? Kiana James. They already have her like mixing it up with fucking Tiffy and shit. It's because they're trying to set up tag matches. Like, okay, like is Zelina? What's going on with Zelina? You know, just stick her with Black already, and fucking get JC up there maybe. And you know, just you have so many women in NXT. I think that are ready. Not even saying rush them all though. I just want to see Zarya and Soul like feud over the NXT Women's title, and like Fallon Henley feuding with like a heel Zarya for the NXT Women's title and shit. I'm ready for that. Jordan, so far, doing a good job reffing here. We're going to critique her reffing as well. No Bryce Remsburg action on here. Yeah, so WWE just uploaded the 89 Halloween Havoc, which is hard to find in full. And luckily, they just uploaded it to YouTube, and I was like, word life. This is basic Thugonomics, and I watched the shit out of it. And the referees is the takeaway. That's what made me think of that. The referees were just so on point back then, and how they didn't like overly dramatically count. And then you see Nick Patrick do what Bryce Remsburg thinks he's doing. He's just so shitty at doing it. I just bury Bryce Remsburg all the time. I feel bad. This really says something when the guy who held your fucking world title for how long is having a match, is being taken to the limit by Ishii. And meanwhile, we have Carlos Silva and Morella backstage in an office. And you have the women of TNA versus NXT having a way more compelling match. You have Moxley almost being fucking pumpkin squeeze, like he's getting bully choked, like a reverse. He's just getting fucking bully squeezed by Ishii. Mox just held your title for 2 years, it felt like. You know, it was like a year, I think, but it felt like fucking 3. And this guy held your fucking title for how long? And he's being taken to the limit by this fucking by Ishii. No story, just a fucking dream mark match. Means nothing in comparison to this other match. And it's the women of TNA versus the women of NXT. Like, really think about where we're at. Perception-wise in AEW, you know? Like, And then now we're starting to see the attendances for TNA beat AEW, which I'm not even that shocked by. I called that a long time ago because like GCW's beaten AEW attendance wise. Okay, Jordan Grace trying to separate everything. And she's like, oh, fuck it. You all just brawl. Jordan is the little juggernaut, but you don't realize how fucking tiny she is until you see her next to these other gals. Oh, shit. Dive. Another dive. There we go. JC Jane and Kalani going at it. Oh, shit, man. The crowds are the Young Bucks, K. I'm fucking turning this off. They're knocking on Tony Khan's office. I'm going to make an appearance tonight. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. And Sol Ruka. Oh, my God. With the sauce. That's the sauce. Deep creepers. Or who? Sol Ruka. Did I say Kalani? I'm so sorry. I'm all over. I don't know, dude. This match is going nuts. I'm just quickly glancing down at AEW, and it's just like, okay, the Bucks. We're in commercial for both shows, but I'm getting NXT action on TV. It's not just like music going boo, boo, boo. We'll be right back. So I'm going to call the action, folks. Sade throws Jada Parker back into the ring. Sade and Jada Parker are illegal. Boom. Jada with the kick to the gut. Has her in a front chin lock. Jada throws Sade into the ring post. And now she's just peppering her with shoulders to the midsection. Jordan breaking them up. Jordan pulling out a yellow card. So is that a thing in WWE? And then she pulls out a red card. So I don't even get what that means because WWE, you just did some AEW shit and you didn't fucking explain what any of that means to us. But of course it's during the commercial, so exactly, I don't know. No pop. That's some AEW shit if I ever saw it. Like, does she get fined some money? If that's a rule in WWE or TNA and I'm unaware of it, let me know. And if that is a rule, I'm not even opposed to it, but explain to me that that's a rule and people get fined money. In Pride FC, fighters would get fined money, get yellow cards if they stalled and shit. And you would have to actually give some of your purse to your opponent, actually. So it encouraged you to fight and look for the finish. So if that's a TNA thing, alluding to Jada Parker's soccer background, okay. So again, Google it. Some super fucking AEW shit right there. Hey, did you know Hechicero played basketball? You know, like what the fuck? The fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry, let me call the action. So Jada finally tags out. We got multiple tags. We got JC Jane in there. Sol Ruka got confused. Tag out to Lola. Quick tags from Team NXT. And Sade's just being isolated and cut off in the corner. And we're just getting quick tags in and out, booty shaking. They're just having fun, whooping ass on Sade. Oh, Sade with the reversal. She's on her back. Rear naked choke into her corner. And here comes the inspiration with two quick tags. Cassie tags in. And then Jesse tags in real quick. Sol Ruka kicks them both in the face. Sol Ruka, double drop kick. Are you guys back from commercial yet? Cover. 1, 2. Jordan, a little slow on the count, girl. Here we go. We've got an arm wrench. Sol Ruka tying up the shoulder and the arm, the forearm of Cassie. She's reaching for a tag. Oh, shit. And a backbreaker. So like a reverse hot shot, a blind tag, reverse hot shot on the outside. and then like a double team maneuver from the inspiration. And Jordan's got to keep track of who the fuck is legal and who isn't here. And there's like a Tony Storm vignette on AEW, which they should do more of, but I'm just locked into this match because we're coming back from commercial. So far, the formatting for WWE has been winning them, this whole thing. Just based on what they're showing and when. Now that the Jaguars are a good team, yeah, that's pretty crazy, hey? But I mean, a couple years of like, what, I'm assuming they got top draft picks again and stuff, so I'm sure that helped them. Is Lawrence, what was that kid's name with the long blonde hair? Is he still on their team? I haven't been following NFL closely enough, so that's good for them. But again, every team gets their day. Since the Cons have owned it, it's been in the shits, but it'll be curious. Yeah, does Tony just go, well, I'm doing better over here. Fuck AEW. Who knows? Or maybe AEW turns it all around. Maybe they turn it all around. Who knows? Lawrence is still QB. Is Trevor playing good? Is Trevor good? He's good? Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad he's living up to the hype because it's terrible when some of these players, and I can speak firsthand, like McDavid, he gets, the Oilers get how many, like, tippy top draft picks, and how many people did they develop? Like, how many guys like, Taylor Hall, Eberle, they got Nugent Hop, they got fucking McDavid. How many of these guys? And they can't get the fucking chip, man. And you feel bad for players like that. And Lawrence, I'm glad that and again, we're not talking like fucking they're the Patriots here, but if they're having a good season, good for them, Florida's like been killing it in the sports department lately in general, I think, right? So at least in the hockey, Centon, hockey and pro wrestling, they're crushing, And the Heat were when were they last in the playoffs too? Not the Dolphins, yeah. Here we go. Oh, the running blockbuster. And we're getting a street fight. I mean, I gotta be honest, dude. When Ricochet talks all this shit to people online and they're given a choice, WWE or Ricochet, who makes me actually not like him in real life because of his Twitter antics, I mean, you just fuck yourself. And this is just going to be like a bunch of garbage. And I wouldn't be shocked if scissors get pulled out here. So these NXT TNA girls are going to get it done. Has there been any eliminations yet? Or is it first fall to a finish? It's elimination, right? Have I missed any? Because I'm trying to watch both. I don't want to like blink and you miss a pin. I think everyone reverse X Factor. Yeah, Miami Heat have been doing okay, so yeah. I'm not a basketball guy. Yeah, dude, I am, but like, I'm not gonna lie. The fucking COVID era just turned me off. I haven't really locked in. And my team, the Raptors, won right before that shit. Then Kawhi left, and then the next season we were good, but we just didn't like pull it together. And yeah, it just ruined it for me. I just haven't been into it since. I get into hockey. I get into I'm super into MMA and boxing and shit, and jiu-jitsu again. BJJ, like UFC BJJ, and like the CJIs and shit. It's been really, see, Jordan's fucking up because instead of calling it like a shoot, people are she's like reacting to people landing and shit. It's reffing's not an easy job. The stroke, Lola Vice just hit the stroke, and Zagiri or like a karate kick and a Kamigoye, a code breaker. It's just breaking down here. Ooh, and just a hip splash that murdered Cassie Lee there. And a roll up here from Sade. And Jada's gone. Roll up. Jada's gone. Damn, TNA's whooping NXT so far. Oh shit, the Soul Snatcher. Oh my God, and Soul gets the pin on Sade. Now it's even. TNA's up 1-0 tonight on the scoreboard. Oh man, and they go to commercial. I'm going to call the action if I get it, because it fades to black quickly. Here we go. So Sol Ruka's got Kalani in a front facelock, brings her over to the corner. JC Jane with a tag, double team boot to the stomach. JC Jane's in here, club to the back. Oh, a running head tackle there from JC Jane, like cross chopped her. JC Jane talking some shit, just sort of working Kalani over. Kevin Pierpont's been a member for 5 months. Guys, you can become a member, super chat in if you support PWT. Tomorrow, Wednesday show is going to be typical show. We're jam-packed, every segment loaded with news. Don't forget, Dave Meltzer, Dumb Moment of the Week. The official podcast and live show goes live Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And we're on Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts as well. And that will be live Thursday. And I want to go live. I might go live for BFG. I had always planned to and told you guys I was. However, it's Canadian Thanksgiving, and I'm going to be with a bunch of fam and shit. So I just don't know if that's going to with a bunch of fam eating ham. So I don't know if that's going to work out particularly, but I doubt it will. But I'll review it, definitely. On Member Monday, I'll review BFG. Okay, so multiple tags in and out from Team TNA. Now they're isolating JC Jane. And that's what's been happening during my plugs there. Double Irish whip into the corner. Cassie Lee gets tossed into JC, and then Jesse with the double knee on JC, and then covers her 1-2. Thomas Moore, a member for 4 months. That Soul Snatcher is goated. Dude, out of nowhere, Phil, do you hunt the bear you eat on Canadian Thanksgiving Day? No, dude. That's awesome. We just eat turkey and shit. I like to be the one to cook. And because I based the turkey in beer, and it's just an excuse for me to cook and drink beer all day and shit. But this year, I'm like, fuck all that. And I thought I wasn't doing anything. My wife and I actually planned we were going to go out for, and this is like, I would never do this normally, but we were going to go out for Thanksgiving and like fucking go like eat somewhere, like order a fucking Thanksgiving from one of the, and get like a nice dessert and shit. And then family, I had other family doing shit. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll attend that instead and let people, because then people are still cooking for me and shit, But me and my wife like to cook for everyone and shit. It's fun. But yeah, I like turkey. I know there's like this initiative online, like turkey's not even that good. It's like, no, it is, dude. You just don't know how to cook it, The thing with turkey and chicken is you can like season and salt the shit out of it, and it just absorbs it all. And yeah, if you beer based a turkey and shit and season it correctly, man, and stuff it well, you can't tell me that shit ain't good. Cover it in gravy. Yeah, like if okay, would I rather have fried chicken or turkey? Yeah, I'd rather have fried chicken, but just in the honor of tradition and the meat, the succulent meat, like the amount of meat a turkey gives you. You can't tell me God or whatever the fuck didn't make that thing to go eat this thing, and share it with people. It's not like it's bad. If people go, turkey isn't even that good, cool, but it's not that it's bad. Can't tell me it's bad. Now, do people fuck up turkey? Yeah. People fuck up cooking fish too. If they don't cook your fish the right way, it's dry and shitty. I get it, but oh yeah, Lola Vice with the kicks. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Red green Thanksgiving specials, yeah, dude. Look, oh my God, Booker's going fucking stealing my bit that I stole from Anthony Cumia that he stole from Dice Clay. What the fuck is going on here? No. He's doing fucking Quagmire. Go. He's doing fucking Dice Clay, dude. Damn, and Lola gets the pin on one half of the Iconics. Wait, a roll-up. Are we going to get another roll-up? She kind of botched it. Nope. RNC. Is Lola going to get rid of both Iconics? Oh, my God. She tapped. So it's just Kalani versus 3. Now, with TNA on her back, Kalani's going to get like a... She's going to eliminate like 2 folks and then get eliminated. They're going to give her a big push. And then this is how NXT gets like all of their people over. So they're getting, so you guys know what I mean? Like TNA is, you're going to see TNA cook here and almost get a win, but I think they won't pull it off. And Kalani's going to look dope as fuck. And she is repping TNA. There you go. See, I called it. The TNA Knockouts champ is going to pin the NXT World Champ. Oh no, maybe not. Oh, and then JC kicks out. Jordan's fucking up his ref here a little too much for me, okay? That count was really fast as well. Maybe they just finished Kalani. But either way, though, you guys, like, Kalani is repping TNA, but she is NXT technically. And they have her under contract and shit. She's WWE's in the next, in the future. That's their girl. And so by her being the last TNA person, it's just getting NXT super over here. Like making them ultimately in the end looking the strongest. Yeah, and the NXT women. See, women always be fighting, dude. They're always beefing with each other. You can't fucking... Oh my God, Kalani just pinned her. Oh my God, did Mackenzie Mitchell just fuck up and say, here's your winners? TNA?
So much going on right now. Here is Showdown.
Man, I don't know.
You gotta go back to further to match up. Did not happen. Jordan Grace was distracted. Jordan Grace coming in. Didn't even really see if there was a submission. All of a sudden, the bell. I mean, that is just how Slipping out of the front. Now for 50 came double knee sitting up. Courtesy of
What's going on here? Okay, so NXT won. So Mitchell like genuinely botched.
And the team victors, Jordan Grace doesn't seem too happy for Team NXT. Solo Ruka doesn't seem very happy with her partner. And the NXT universe didn't seem very happy with Kalani Jordan. There was so much going on in this match. The eliminations were happening. Eliminations should have happened. Jordan Grace was in the right spot. This was absolute chaos. And here's what we were talking about. They want to do this matchup. Grace is blowing her whistle, trying to separate bodies. Didn't see the pitfall. JC Jacobs tapped out by Roller Right. Roller Right hit JC Kane, and then weird.
So there was another ice ad during Dynamite.
But the night continues because they Mustafa Ali, a TNA wrestler, looking to win a title.
Yeah, so there was an ice commercial earlier, and then on Dynamite. So it is 1-1, right? So it's one match TNA, one match NXT here. Okay, I'm getting Netflix ads. I'm locked into this shitty street fight. Pretty shite. So far, neither show has been great, just being honest.
What about our bonus price calendar showing the cheapest day to travel? Maximum savings, minimum effort.
Yeah, neither show has been great. I don't know. We're watching Lashley over here. What's chat saying? Looks like the Gold Ranger ice commercial for NXT. Ice is everywhere. So Lashley, I mean, getting big pops and a big lariat. It's just they're just wearing like business clothes and shit. I don't know. What's up, D? How you doing, girl? Lincoln Hawk, Steno, LMAO F1. Forgot to listen to see how the crowd cheered Hangman. We're getting the ice ad on CW as well. Cowboy shit. Gold ring. Okay, I read all that. There you go. Ali's necklace. Yeah. That shit was bling blinging. Yeah, I'm getting a WrestleMania 41 ad.
NXT Focus, presented by Progressive.
Okay, you've been blowing up my phone all day.
So, okay, guys, I'm here tweeting something out. So Cardona's talking to Ava.
Matt, you're the king of self-promotion. You're not sorry at all. Don't scare me, okay?
He'll be as George, but I just want to be on TNA. And I said, you know, there's a no-go till he's mad. I'm sure he's mad, and I'm sure he wants revenge, but
So we're listening to what Cardona and Ava are saying.
Okay, so let me guess. You want a match against Matt Cardona?
Damn right, you make it happen.
Okay, well, I don't think that he'll have an issue with that, and I'll talk to him. No, we'll make it happen next week.
Okay, so next week, see, more TNA versus NXT.
I love how this place works. I'll see you next week.
Okay, so yeah, it's just the beginning, folks. Here we go, man. Yeah, AEW's just been a dud so far. So Mustafa Ali, was that his old... Is this his TNA theme, or is that his old NXT theme? I think it was at the beginning there. Yeah, let's go, dude. This match is going to be awesome. Ali looks more like a star in TNA. So basically online, I don't know, man. Neither show has been great so far. And here's the thing with Jordynne Grace. I'm not hating on her, because being a ref is hard, but also in those multi-man matches where you're responsible for like 5 people getting pinned and shit, or more, 5 or more, or whatever, 4 or more. It can be like, you got to remember a lot of like, okay, this pin and then this pin and then they're out here and then da-da-da. So I don't know. NXT is no better or worse than like a standard NXT show. So it's fine. It's good. It's not great though, thus far. And the AEW Dynamite show is just garbage, and we're looking at the Callis family, just garbage. There's just 10 guys on screen, and we already saw the same visual when the Conglomerate were on screen, and there's 10 guys. It's like, what the fuck? So, yeah, we're locked into Ethan Page here. But like that Hardy party at the start was epic. Matt Hardy just saying fuck this and going to the finish when that dude was botching that shit. That was awesome. The women's match was like chaotic as fuck, but it was fun, but it was just like, I hope the men's like is really good, you know, and this match is going to be, you guys know I stan Mustafa, and we have the greatest Canadian of all time, the greatest North American champion and North American to ever live, besides Phil Marks, Ethan Page. And I like that they're switching ring announcers and shit, you know? Okay, AEW's got Jungle Boy coming out. Jurassic Express to beat some jobbers up. See, so he comes out as he dressed like Tarzan? No, he's trying to be dressed like a cool guy. It's like Moxley. I'm still a badass cool guy, man. So Perry wants to come out there not dressed like Tarzan, but do the whole Jurassic Express, which only works because it's a boy and his dinosaur. And there's nobody waving their hands. Terrible. Okay, this fucking match is going to be so good. Ego and Mustafa. Mustafa being in some legit title matches in TNA recently over the last year. Some major title matches there. And Ego, former NXT and NXT North American champion, which is awesome. Shoulder tackle. Oh, and then he just catches him in the leapfrog. Headlock takeover, and look at Ali with the chain grappling here. See that? Do you guys see that shit right there? That's why I stan Ali, because he is so good. And he puts the psychology and the selling into all of his matches. It's not just craziness. Hits you with a flurry. And it's crazy how Ali's kind of babyface here a little bit against Ego. A bit of a homecoming for him here. Off the Ego gaining the advantage on the outside of the ring. I mean, AEW's crowd is hot for them. I don't know how many people are there, but good for them. You know, them against NXT and TNA and shit, and GCW and MLW and shit, good for them. WWE as a whole, we're just done comparing anymore. Or maybe like they get until 27 just because of, or like whenever WBD splits, you know, we'll get our answer as far as like, okay, we'll still cover them obviously, but TNA clearly, and there's like more TNA news every week because people are hot about TNA. So you guys are seeing that segment expand as well. AEW might fall into miscellaneous news if they're not fucking careful. I think they're in Daly's place, are they not? For AEW? Where are they again for this? They should just be in a place like this all the time. Where are they for AEW? I think is it not dailies? Yeah, they're back at dailies. Yeah, so they should just keep this set up. Like, they should just stay here and do shows all the time. Just do residencies in different countries and states, you know? Film, like, don't do everything live, like tape a month worth of TV or something in the UK. And so it's all building up to the Bucks versus Jurassic Express just because Jack Perry decided he's a good guy again and has Lucha on his side. Like, just all of a sudden they're friends again, and then they're going to fight the Bucks eventually. It's like you could not put 3 of the 4 guys in that fucking program couldn't be more hated by people in wrestling just in general. Just the uber sickos like the Bucks and Jack Perry. Ethan Page working the headlock here on Mustafa Ali. Ali over the back. Oh, code breaker. Or that single-legged, the confidence breaker.
Being swung into the solid steel, and then that breaker right to the jaw. I mean, that was well executed by the champion, which I go back to my point. The champion is not caught off guard this week with a surprise arrival of a challenge. You might be pointing out a precision Oh, yes, man. I mean, come on, man. I mean, what are you doing? He's not doing anything illegal. I mean, he got 5 seconds on the road. I mean, if you want to whip the man with the shoelaces, that's it for life.
Damn, AEW stinks. Here we go. A nice headlock here by Ethan Page. Slowing Ali down. That's what you got to do. Ali's firing up. Yeah, and then why didn't Pac? He looks like a fucking little kid that you put a fake beard on with that haircut. He's got middle schooler hair, like when Justin Bieber was popular. You know, he should just grow that shit out again. Huge lariat from Ethan Page, just fucking sending Mustafa inside out.
The North American Championship is hanging into the house. We've already seen the highlights from TNA. With the NXT Tag Team title. Mustafa Ali, looking to go high risk.
They're behind Ali. It's odd that he's a face here when you see him all the time in TNA as a heel.
You got to start wondering too. Where's Ethan Page's at? 8 challenges coming from all places for NXT, AAA, and tonight Mustafa Ali from TNA. Everybody wants to Ali got this. Ali took himself. What racism? What's that power line? Wasting a lot of time right there, those big kids. Regrouping of sorts. Thanks to your point, very smart. Wasting too much time. I don't have Ali being searched. Those things working in, not mine. He has a chance to rewrite and write a new narrative. He's fallen short at WrestleMania. Couldn't pull down the briefcase. The Money in the Bank briefcase.
So Ali's on the top. Hopefully he doesn't fucking dress like this gold Zeo Ranger. Here comes Paragon on the other show, which is just Undisputed Era.
And Ali's body just dropped. I don't know if that was the last of his energy that he should use in that moment. There was a great, gnarly proof. Too many men.
Damn.
And that's throw away, but
And then Kyle Fletcher's coming out. We have Ali with a big kick out. Big shot from Ethan. Mustafa following him. Drop kick in the corner.
feel this impact. We don't give it up to keep it pace. And he threw it again next. This indeed is awesome, and this match will tip the scales for one brand heading in to our main event. And Cal Page looking for maybe the final minute, trying to hold on, trying to counter Nico's egg.
Head kick.
And Ali now from behind. Nice count.
Oh, shit. Oh, guys, yeah, make sure there's 230 watching on X and YouTube. We're just live on both channels. I'll just leave it up. Not a typical stream night, so thank you so much for the great turnout. Amazing. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit retweet. Wherever you're at, try and run those likes up. It helps the algorithm. If you want to support, you can become a member, super chat in or whatever, but we're just begging for likes here tonight and retweets and shit. Tell a friend. Appreciate you. What's chat saying? Sorry, I'm just locked into page fucking Ali. I got to be honest. There's people standing. We're on the edge of our seats here. AEW ring looks small. Yeah, it's 18 by 18. Please don't make Phil play Becca. I already did at the start of the show. Kyle versus Kyle. Yeah, who gives a fuck? Garcia's the most generic template for create a wrestler. I know, dude. It's so bad. Pump kick. No. Another kick out. Head kick. There's that karate kick. Oh! Oh, fuck, man. Stealing the show. Oh, there's like the Triple H knee breaker or whatever. Super kick. Oh. Oh, dude. They're stealing the night. Paige and Ali stealing the night.
NXT Universe split. Paige the champion. Ali the challenger. Going right. Sending Paige.
Damn. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is crazy. Oh my God, dude. Hits a driver and doesn't pin. Where was that on Dynamite? Oh yeah. What a fucking shitty, yeah, does just like kills him, doesn't pin him. I think I'm like a bit on a delay. Oh, look, dude. Why is Ali's foot caught on a cord? Oh! Oh my God. And then Ali just gets fucking pounced. Oh man, he just got smashed to oblivion.
Smashed your knee to oblivion.
Twisted grin. North American champ. It is 2-1 for NXT tonight. Oh my God, dude. Ali. Holy shit. Dude, Ali is fucking insane. Ali is insane. George says, never seen the foot stuck in the wiring finish before. Me either. And it fucking worked. And that's amazing. Dr. Wagner Jr. is the AAA Latin American champion, is now being interviewed about Ethan Page by Sarah Schreiber. Man, I haven't seen that either, and they did it well. They executed it well, and you can go back to that in the future. You can go back to that on the main roster. It was original, unique. Lexus King talking shit to El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. What a match.
The king did a little bit of research. There isn't a doctor that's being Wagner practicing anything in Mexico.
But that leg trapped in the wire, dude, that's awesome. Like, they did it well, and you don't see that all the time. Never. I've never seen that. And it worked. So, boom. New finish unlocked in the age of, like, people flying around and fighting around the announce tables once per show. You know, someone's foot getting fucking tangled up in the cords. Like, amazing. I love that. I love it so much. That was awesome. A fucking great match between those two with a unique finish, man. There we go. That's why we stan Ethan Page, and we've been standing Ali since he left NXT still. We were standing him reinventing himself in NXT again, and I've been standing his whole run, chronicling it outside of WWE for a reason. And it led us full circle to that moment, and I feel vindicated. When I made you guys watch highlights of Ali matches while he was on the fucking indies, okay? That was fucking in miscellaneous news segments. That's what we were leading up to, all right? And then Kyle versus Kyle's just like they're dumping each other on each other's necks, and Kyle O'Reilly almost had to retire from that shit. But it is a commercial break, so I guess I'm locked into this match over here. I don't know. I'm just getting like music and like a Halloween Havoc Saturday, October 25th on Netflix, and we'll be right back, and just highlights of NXT guys. Meanwhile, I'm also watching Fletcher on AEW Cradle, or he's in a triangle choke from O'Reilly here. This is awesome. And guys, make sure you're all tuned in tomorrow night, usual time, PWT live show. We're jam-packed full of news every segment. And then Thursdays, Dave Meltzer, Dumb Moment of the Week, live on YouTube. And then wherever podcasts are, you can listen to it as well. And it won't be over 2 hours again, though. That was just the first one. The internet shit out or StreamYard shit out, whatever happened. That was crazy. And then I had so much stuff accumulated. But yeah, it will be a fun show, a little over an hour, I would say. And that's Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific on YouTube here. So make sure you guys stay locked in, and on X as well. I won't lie, that exchange on the apron was kind of good, where they're chopping each other, then O'Reilly blocks the chop, then does an oblique kick, right, to the fucking knee or the oblique there. That was fucking... Or O'Reilly, yeah, did the oblique kick. I like that. That was funny, but now they're just going to do like power. Yeah, no. O'Reilly, please don't eat a pile. Okay. Yeah, let's fight on the outside after fucking 6 guys just had a street fight. And we're all flying all over the outside. Yeah, let's go to the outside for our match. Let's not just have a good one-on-one match on the inside of the ring with good psychology and shit. And do what fucking John Cena and Punk would do in this moment and not go to the outside of the ring after other people went to the outside of the ring, for instance, right? If that Cena would put a match together with Sami Zayn, for instance, okay, we're not going to leave the match or the ring if these other guys are on here leaving the ring, you know? But nope, in AEW, let's just go and throw some flying knees on the outside just because. Even though they just watched 15 minutes of guys on the outside. Like, come on, man. Oh! Fletcher just fucking lawn darted O'Reilly. NXT's back on, though. I got to switch. I'm sorry. I'm just way more concerned with this 4-on-4 here. And it's 2-1 for NXT so far.
Showdown tonight is live in the beautiful Orlando, Florida, and what a week of content we have for you. Check out this one, courtesy of WWE Podcast. You don't want to miss a second before you want to talk about the Craig Road all the way to the phone with Logan Paul. Don't miss a second of WWE Podcast.
Congrats, guys. Thanks for that one. You're welcome to the last one. Okay, welcome. See you around. Yeah, congrats, all. I see you're celebrating with your new friends. Okay,
So now Zarya and Ruka are talking. Yeah, I have both shows on as well. I got I can just glance down at AEW, but I'm looking up at Blake Monroe right now. I'm watching both. Guys. I have both on. It's just that, like, what I'm more focused on. Like, my eyes can't stare at both at once, you know? But I can see either or out of my peripheral and hear both. And I'm liking NXT. Like, that's what I'm more locked into, you know? When my attention goes one way, that's what I put on the screen here for you guys. So Briggs versus Cardona next week. So again, just more. They're taping tonight's show. There'll be more TNA presence. El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. versus Lexus King next week. Just call him fucking Dr. Wagner Jr. or Wagner Jr. or Dr. Wagner or Wagner. You know, just fucking don't stop this El Hijo shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, Zarya's going to break off, and I can't wait for it. She's going to be a monster heel. Here comes Leon Slater. Look at this fan just all up in his grill. So Leon comes through the crowd. Wow, all the TNA guys coming through the crowd. Here's Kazarian. The international champ. Moose. Moose. Santana hit him with the bomb buck blow. Santana is becoming such a star, dude. I fucking love him, and I'm so glad he got the fuck out of AEW. And I'm so glad he's in TNA, and I'm so glad he's in NXT. I'm getting a Netflix ad right now for Cena's final match. And then we just had a goofy-ass brawl between Conglomerate and the Callis family. Now it's commercials over here. Pac versus Cassidy, their main event. No, it's not, because they still have Monet and shit. Or if Pac Cassidy is the main event, I could see it being Monet, though, because it's going to be like Dakota Kai. Or I heard Elektra Lopez. I've heard different rumors. I've had different people hit me up. It's going to be this. It's going to be this person. I think it's going to be Dakota Kai. I'm putting that out there. Or Elektra Lopez. I forget her name, Carissa Rivera. But it's going to be... They are going... It's 2.5 hour Dynamite tonight, guys. They added an extra half hour plus an overrun. So it'll go like 2:45. I'm assuming that Collision will be canceled and they'll add a 3rd hour to Dynamite, and Dusty Dave will try and spin it as a W. I've been pretty spot on with a lot of this shit. Even, do you guys remember AEW's last TV deal? I was more spot on than Meltzer about, just by listening to people smarter than me. It's going to be the same thing. Same with TNA. They're apparently going to run a bunch of live Thursdays coming up. They're going to be on Thursdays, guys. Okay. Hopefully CW would be awesome. If not CW, I ain't going to cry about it. I'm just happy they get a TV deal anywhere, but I just can't wait to compare the TNA and it'll be NXT and AEW numbers. And then the next day it'll be, you compare the NXT numbers to the TNA, or the AEW to the TNA numbers, and it'll just make for great conversations. And then WWE entirely, like Raw and SmackDown entirely, I will just be reporting those numbers. They won't be compared to AEW in any way anymore. It'll just be fucking NXT, TNA, AEW, you know? We'll be comparing those numbers. Raw and SmackDown will compare those against each other, you know? We've had 3 ice ads during NXT, bro. I know. It's and during Dynamite, there's been every commercial break, there's one. Who'd have thought actually studying and learning would pay off? Exactly. I swear they said that's the main event. That's a bullshit call. Just got a second ice ad. Dakota seems likely to me too, but it's AEW. It could be Sonya Deville. I don't think it's Sonya Deville because she works kind of with WWE /TNA /Invicta, and Invicta's owned by Anthem, which owns TNA, and she's gone on record and said, I won't bury WWE, and she works sort of with Invicta, which is owned by Anthem, which is on, I think, the streaming platform that I can't remember all the connections there, but Anthem is the key connection, and you have fucking, you know what I'm saying? And you have fucking the connection with TNA and WWE, so I don't see it being her. If it was like Shayna Baszler in like a one-off type scenario, that could happen too. I will say, like, Isla Dawn, there's stories that she like kind of blew up her spot in AEW, but I don't know if that's true or not. But it's not her. We just know it was her. And if Dakota Kai debuts, I don't know if she's like signed to AEW officially, but it could be. Like, she didn't run off to the indies. She did just like I said. Dakota Kai's gonna like Twitch stream, and then like she should just sign to AEW or TNA. Seems like that's what's happening with her, you know? Just like if you look at her activity, you know. Oh, we missed Joe Hendry's entrance, man. But he is the ref, so that's okay. But what side is he on?
We saw Jordan Grace officiated earlier tonight. It was great. Stay with more than 50 in a minute.
But if it ain't Dakota, yeah, it could be Elektra. But I'm just trying to think. It's got to be someone Monet's fought in the past, is why I'm leaning Dakota Kai. So, yeah, all of Monet's belts are hanging there. Her new gear is really good. Monet's new gear is spot on for her. Like her look, for a while there, it was kind of all over. Oh, here we go. It's KC2. It's Lacey Lane. There you go. So an ex-NXTer. Exactly. Someone from the PC we knew. Hopefully Lacey Lane, that's her indie name, right? Hopefully she signs to AEW. They have tag titles, right? Why doesn't Tony Khan make a play for KC2? KC Squared, Lacey Lane, and Casey Catanzaro. Why doesn't she make a play for them both? You know? That should, that I would put the tag belts on them. That would be awesome. But good for her. Hopefully she's signed. But if she does, they'll just send her to Ring of Honor pretty goddamn quick. There you go. Good for Dakota Kai, because I don't want to see her get lost in the shuffle. And she's making money on Twitch. She don't even need to be fucking bumping around if she doesn't want to, you know? That's awesome. I'm pumped for Lacey Lane, but like this doesn't, she's just going to lose, and it doesn't, is she signed? Doesn't really do anything for anyone. Let's be honest. Okay, we're locked back in NXT here.
Lead this brand to a victory in the NXT Showdown. Back to what you asked me about the official Joe Hendry. I don't know. PWT NXT, but the brand that he was behind a resurgence of TNA. It's hard for us to tell. There's a lot of issues on both sides.
Like, we just know she's gonna job, so here we go. Okay. I don't give a fuck at all about this Monet match because, like, we know it's going to happen. And it's unfortunate because you guys know, no one put KC2 over more than your boy Phil Marks. So I don't want to hear shit about I'm just a hater, but, like, why would I give a fuck about this match when both of these are on? And here we go. Team NXT versus Team TNA. And you got assholes on both sides. You got Trick and Kazarian already being dickheads. Yeah, they need to get Caden Carter and Katana Chance, and Tony should have signed them for their tag division, had them at least become finalists or win their tag titles in a tournament for those women's tag titles. Instead, he just brings Lacey Lane out to job. to fucking Monet. What a fucking stupid idiot. That's what I mean. That's he had a chance to take a tag team that people thought would pop for and they'd win over in their matches. Like they wouldn't pop for KC2 when they come out. But in what I would point out is look at how KC2 always gets people over in their tag matches. Always gets the people, they win the people over, not gets people over. Pardon me. There's a lot of action going on. They always win the people over, like the fans in their tag matches with some of their cool, innovative double teams, you know? It would have been, oh my God, dude. Miles Bourne just flying, dude. Holy shit. But like you have, Lacey Lane and them were a slept on, KC2 was a slept on tag team. AEW, you could have picked them up, done something with them, used them to help get your division over and get other people over in your fucking company. And instead, Lacey Lane's out here apron pile driving Monet and is going to get jobbed out. It's just goddamn.
The Hardys are the only successful TNA team thus far tonight. History by becoming the new NXT Tag Team Champion.
Damn. And then Booker's going, oh, you're the weakling on the team. You're the weakling on the team. We already got an elimination. Bourne already gone. This is crazy. Swerve Show becomes a new member. What's up, Swerve Show? How you doing, bruh?
Sometimes in life, you got to be a hoe.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for becoming a member, man. Get access to Member Monday shows. Sky has been a member for 13 months. What's up? Doing good. Good, man. Good to see you, Swerve Show. Sky has been a member for 13 months. We acknowledge you for all the memberships. That's awesome, too, man. If we're getting memberships and people re-upping memberships and sending in their membership chats and shit today, that's fucking awesome for a random run-in. And we had a great turnout. I just a 250 roughly across X and both YouTube channels. We're just live everywhere today. It's a random run-in. Hurricane Rana from Santana doing the damn thing. And how much you want to bet Tony Montana comes out and we get a clip of him like, thank you guys, Daly's Place forever. Then his dad comes out, we are Daly's Place, Trevor Lawrence forever, number one to infinity.
You saw how quick the production came down their face when he saw TNA pulling up, when he saw NXT stepping out. And they saw both these.
Oh, back suplex from Santana. Damn, big chop chat. You like that or what? Oh, big nasty chops from Santana. From Santana's Hantana. And Moose just bitch slapped Javon right there. Yeah, those jerseys are cold, man. They should sell those jerseys, dude. Oh, drop kick. Yeah, Moose is like that TNA for lifer. I'd see him do like a WrestleMania surprise match against someone or something like that. Or like if they brought him in on like Raw or SmackDown or something, even like Kazarian on Raw or SmackDown, not to be pushed to the moon, but like, you know, bring him in there, give him some matches, sort of feature him. I'd love to see James Storm or like a Beer Money reunion or something. Maybe they could do that in TNA. BFG they could do now that like they're friendly, right? Bobby Roode could go do a maybe Beer Money gets inducted to the TNA Hall of Fame or something, you know, if they aren't already. I can't remember.
It is 4-on-3 in favor of TNA. Which team is feeling more pressure?
Fucking one half of the jobber tag team in WWE is taking Monet to the limit. You couldn't bury your company more.
Trying to take a swing at everybody as Kazarian from behind, speed on the road. Oh, Joe Henry saw it. Joe Henry knew it. Joe Henry is it playing. What's slipped up here? Of course he saw it. It's out of the official. That's Trick Williams is in this matchup. And that's Ronnie Jordan. Trick Williams is on Team NXT. However, I will say, Trick's on TNA. Because of one man, that being Santino Marella, who doesn't trust his champion. Slater able to pick out and look at it. I know Trick's in control. How good is Leon?
Yeah, that's all right. But face it, this kid ain't really about to follow this man because you can think that you got that. See, it's not that pressure.
Slater out Trick Williams now, trying to answer back.
Sean Sapp made a post. The ice commercials remained on AEW Dynamite despite Hangman Page encouraging fans to express their displeasure. It's like, man, there was no fan displeasure. Like, that's the fucking problem. Like, that's the thing. Hangman had displeasure. Like, Hangman had displeasure. He's like, everyone go boycott this thing. Nobody did. It's not enough people watch Dynamite who give a shit, and the ones who do, you don't want to encourage them not to watch.
General Manager Ava, TNA Director of Authority, watching this closely. What a night this has been. Saint dropping the international champion. Santana coming in. He might get dropped as well. The absolute.
Mikey Santana, fucking book's going crazy.
Santana Williams takes place October 12th. We're working a little appetizer here on Showdown.
1-on-1, dog. 1-on-1, baby. Baby.
Williams just tacked himself out. Tricking one man Santana. And go lower in the room for a second.
I didn't even see fan outrage, though, guys. Like, politics and shit aside, fuck all that. Just who was really outraged? Who was outraged about it? No one. I didn't hear anyone really. People were just LOLing it and shit. Damn. That boy's bouncy. Some guy for two says Sammy looks like John Leguizamo. Oh my God, that's perfect, dude. He dunked young John Leguizamo, doesn't he? Oh my God, dude. That is fucking perfect. That is a perfect fucking comparison right there. They have like the crooked face. No one. People are clowning on it. That's what I mean. Like, people were just clowning on the ice thing. Like, we're getting another ice ad here. It's like, okay, they're paying for it and shit. They're taking the fucking money. WBD's taking the money. They're not going to listen to fucking Hangman, who is upset. He encouraged fans to voice their displeasure. Okay, but who is displeased? This is like people, this is like animal people who run up in a chicken joint and go, chickens, they had lives. Leave the chickens alone. It's like people who fucking, it's like, no, dude, I'm here to eat a chicken sandwich. Like, you're not going to, I love it. You know, you're not going to deter me from fucking eating meat by coming here and dumping blood on yourself and crying on the ground. Like, you know, you're displeased with it. Don't come to where people are pleased with it and fucking, and I'm not even saying people are pleased with it, but it's like, who did Hangman, who was displeased? I didn't hear anybody do anything but make jokes and shit, and then all of a sudden he's got a virtue signal. It's like, what the fuck?
Things certainly are bleak right now if you are Team NXT, and you got to feel for Javon Evans. Again, we talked about in the women's match, no one wants to go to the locker room having to look.
Some guy for two, he's the best. He's the best. Oh, dude. How funny. John Leguizamo, you're the best because you fucking pointed that out.
What?
That's super funny. That's like a really good pull, man. It's just because he's older now that you don't fucking realize. Leguizamo was a good stand-up too, man, like way back, you know? I haven't heard his act in a long time, but like he was good shit, man. He's kind of kooky now, though, isn't he? Petsario.
Standpoint, yeah, it looks very good for Team TNA. But there's one man we haven't talked about a lot tonight. That is Moose. Moose certainly could become the X factor in this match. Now we take a look at the numbers.
I said earlier, Team TNA. I mean, Mikey said they're put together a hell of a team. This type of matchup is all about who has the best team. I mean, it's the live team. It's the live team, right?
Leguizamo isn't a sex pest, just the OG pest. Yeah, that's right, JJ. Okay, yeah. Thomas Moore for two says eating a ham sandwich is murderer. You're a murderer.
Wrestling's not fake.
It's murder. Don't you know it's murder? Oh, man. Is it? I'm not a big ham. You know what? Like, I'll eat bologna. I'll eat all the lunch meats and shit, but I'm not a big ham sandwich guy. Unless it's like, you know, let's say you go to like a sandwich place and you get all the meats. You just get it dressed with everything. I'll eat ham pizza or bacon or whatever you guys call Canadian bacon or whatever the fuck. I'll eat whatever. I'll eat pork. I love pork chops and shit. But like the ham slices of meat, I'd rather eat bologna slices. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. It's like the texture or something. I'd rather get turkey or something. Salami, you know? Everyone greater than Seagal. Dude, John Leguizamo's story about Steven Seagal is fucking hilarious. A ham and Swiss with Russian. See, everybody's got their own tastes. I'm just not a ham guy for whatever reason, unless there's other meats in there. I don't know what it is, guys. It's got to be cooked for me. Like if you do a honey ham or you make bacon or something, like I said, I'll eat all pork. Like I have no problem. And I'm not, and if you made me a ham and cheese, I wouldn't go, oh, disgusting, and like, get away from me. It's just not my top choice, you know? It's just not something I want to eat all the time or anything like that, you know? I gotta give Seagal props. Under Siege was, dude, his movies rule, but he's just a fake tough guy, you know? Not that Aikido isn't like, here's the thing with mixed martial arts too, like you want to know everything you can, but Aikido on the rank of like what is a good martial art when it comes to like MMA or even being in a real fight or some shit, I don't know. I'd rather know it than not know it, but it's just not ideal, man. It's like an ancient martial art that's sort of dated. Like, people don't just charge at each other full speed with spears, and you don't just run full blast and try and fucking take someone out, with like a straight posture and shit. That's what Aikido was used for. It was just to defend against, like, when people would go to war and just charge head on at each other, It's just not, it doesn't really make sense, Fucking Leon Slater rules, dude. Oh, I thought that was the bell for NXT. I was like, what happened? That was the bell for this Brodito match. Rapid Wolverines LC Killer 17 for 2 says my T-bone steak is Buttercup. Turkey, here's where Turkey Club. Thank you, Rabid Wolverines LC Killer. I appreciate that, dude. Enjoy Buttercup. You know what I'm saying?
Be gone.
Dude, but yeah, turkey with fucking bacon on it and all that. That's the shit. A Turkey Club, man. That's where it's at. Or a turkey on brown with some mustard. And some fucking cheese on that thing. Here we go. Yeah, dude. Or Todd saying smoky ham slices from a local butcher or something. Oh, yeah. Sign me up all day. Because that's that fucking good, man. Like, when it's sliced right off that fucking... Oh, yeah. Like, that's good. I'm talking, like, the Luncheon meat family. We're talking, if I had to pick between, like, the summer sausage, the salami, the fucking bologna, just those packaged meat. I'm taking... I don't like ham. I'll eat ham on pizza. I like ham pineapple pizza. That's more of a Canadian thing, too. I know it's called Hawaiian, and some people think it's blasphemous, but I'm okay with shit like that, I'm okay with people getting crazy with the pizza toppings, as well. It's not my favorite. Kaz just gets pinned out. And then Slater just takes out Saints. No. Throw some cheese on that bear? Yeah, 100%. I love ham and pineapple. Good. It's got to be a certain way, though. If the ham's, like, shredded, it's way better. Again, when they do, like, the ham slices on the fucking ham and pineapple, I like it, but I don't like it as much as when it's, like, the shredded ham. Or, like, the cubed shreds. You guys know what I mean? There's, like, that's the best style. But that's, like, rare. That's few and far between. You find it that way. I'm from Jersey. That'll get you shot. Which part? Ham and pineapple? Yeah, dude. Yeah, you don't go fucking... You don't go southeast for me. You don't go fucking northeast for y'all and fucking put pineapple on your shit. You know what I mean? The cubic? Yeah, dude. The cubic ham shreds? Oh, dude, Saints, they're building up to be Terminator. Fucking biggest AEW fumble. He's just beating every TNA guy there is. Line him up. Yeah, the cubic shred. It's like, again, a very Canadian thing. There's a Canadian pizza. Maybe you guys have it in the States called Family Pizza. And I don't even know. They might have been getting rid of those in Canada for a while. I can't even tell you the last time I had it, but they would do this like cubic shred. And I'm telling you, man. I get grief for liking Detroit style. Yeah, I'm not like a Chicago deep dish guy for pie either. Like, I'll eat it, but I don't know what that's all about, Every pizza place like makes their own version of that in Canada. You give it a try, but it's never my favorite. But infamously, though, I'm staunch about glizzies. Like, if you're getting a hot dog, bro, only mustard. You can't be putting ketchup on that shit. I don't know who be doing that. I'm very staunch about that. And you guys know that. We've had the great fucking glizzy debates in the chat in the past. DDT. And then Santana breaks it up. Yeah, Detroit style is underrated and way superior than Chicago style pizza. Facts, mustard only. Yeah, you can only do mustard. I don't care. Like, I'm not a sauerkraut guy, but if you do that, cool. You can do the onions raw or sauteed, whatever. Even a little mushroom on there. Like in Chicago, again, they'll do like mayo and shit on the dogs. I mean, I like that, but it's not necessary. Just to hit a mustard and some relish, maybe some hot peppers, right? Some banana peppers or whatever. That's all good with me on a dog. That's the way to go. Ketchup, I don't know about that on a dog. I don't know who started that, but I'm a full-blown hater on that shit, man. Little Caesar cubic ham pineapple. Does Little C's do that? When I get Little C's now, Little C's is like hardly pizza. Same with like Pizza Hut. I don't give a fuck what motherfuckers say. That's like American style fast food pizza. But I'll tell you this. Little C's is good. Like, I mean, just to munch down a hot and ready, you go in there and get that fucking just a pepperoni. You know, one of those hot and readies, dude. Get some of those the stuffed breads with the cheese in them or whatever. That's all good, you know. That's fine by me. Just basic, straight up to the point, fast food style pizza. I'm cool with that, but I don't go too deep on the Little C's. I'm not there like trying all their wings and their fucking, you know, I'm not like trying different toppings and shit. But so I don't know if they have the cubic ham, that fucking rules. Oh, and then Santana kicks out Moose with the accidental spear on Santana. Saints can't believe it. There's a gentleman with chicken pox in the crowd. I think it looked like. Fuck up some crazy bread. That's what it's called. Yeah, I forgot the crazy bread and the crazy sauce. And they have the two versions. They have the crazy bread without the cheese in it, bomb. And then they have the crazy bread with the cheese in it. And those are so good, but they are like. So Team TNA, they went 2-2 tonight. The men's team wins with Moose and Santana, neither of them getting pinned. The NXT champion looking strong, but getting pinned. So WWE not taking a shit in their mouths. Damn.
He sure does. And I have to congratulations you because your woman showed that they are the best.
I agree. You know what? I'm just talking about partnership is back on together. And speaking of the women's division, I'm the new number one contender to the NXT Women's Championship for the So I'm having a battle next week. I'd love to send an invitation to the
So the TNA Knockouts division are going to be involved in a battle royal next week. So solid second half to that show. Hardy Party was fun. And then next week, so they're taping their next show tonight. I don't want to see spoilers unless like someone dies or something, God forbid, you know? And then we have TNA for another, AEW for another half an hour. How dare I? And is it just going to be this match for a half an hour? Or is there another match planned? I really don't know. Like, what else is on this dumb card? But solid overall. I give that like a B plus. The second half was phenomenal. And the Hardy Party was fun, even though the there were some botches. But I mean, they're working with a really green dark state. It is what it is. No crazy bullshit. They set up a battle royal. I'm surprised that Moose and Santana were both left standing, and the NXT champion Ricky Saints just got pinned fairly clean in the ring there. That's fucking pretty crazy. Oh, yeah, Pac versus Cassidy. Like, do we sit here and watch this, chat? Jesus Christ. So I guess we're watching AEW until the end here. So they each won one Survivor Series match, and then TNA. So TNA took the NXT titles, and then TNA won the men's match by pinning the NXT Men's World Champion and had two of their guys left standing. I would say TNA won the night overall. Ethan Page defended his title against a non-title holder on the other end for a point for NXT, and then the women won the NXT match as well, but it was much closer. So, and the TNA Women's Champion got pinned, and the TNA Men's Champion got pinned as well. But it wasn't as like devastating, and it wasn't as impactful to the match, like the overall nature of the match, you know. So I would say TNA kind of edged out as victors on the night. I would say they just looked better in the end by taking those tag titles away and by winning that men's 4-on-4 with two guys standing like that and pinning the men's world champion. They won the night, man. In my opinion, they edged it out a little bit for sure. And bonus points for Ali's foot tangled in the ropes. I agree. They just came up with an all-new win. I'm sure someone will find us a win. Oh, come on now, Phil. This guy's foot got tangled in a cord. Whatever. That's a finish I haven't seen. Like, you'd see that's a Dusty finish, right? Like, you'd see that on TV a decade ago and go, oh, Dusty must have came up with that, or, you know, or whatever. Like, it's just something unique. It's something none of us have really seen. Maybe they just invented a whole new finish, incorporating like people going and messing around. Not that we're going to see it every week, but that could happen at a fucking Mania sometime, or on the main roster sometime too. Like, that was a great finish to that match. Ali took two incredible bumps that he doesn't do all the time, right? And it just really helped get Ethan over and the NXT North American title. Like, it just put shine on that. But yeah, I think TNA, like if we're talking in kayfabe, I think they overall edged out the night. What show is better? Obviously NXT TNA Showdown. Like, what was memorable about this? So Okada and Takeshita just beat the AEW Tag Champs. So now Okada and Takeshita are going to get a shot at the tag belts next. And it was a double title eliminator, whatever, just because. And Tony Khan thinks this is storytelling or any good or anything to get invested in. We just saw the tag champs lose to Takeshita Okada. So what happens? Takeshita and Okada just beat them again and piss in their mouths at WrestleDream? Or the Japanese-themed pay-per-view, the two Japanese guys lose to Brodito, and then it's just 50-50 fucking booking. Tony just booked himself into a shitty corner here because he's a dumb fuck. Yeah, they beat the tag champs for a shot at the tag champs. Ridiculous. Willow's awesome and shouldn't be stuck with all these other fucking groups and teams and all this shit. She should just be doing her own thing. Just a great look. People get behind her. A great entrance music. A great vibe. She looks terrific here. And I'm not trying to shit on Kevin Knight or Mike Bailey either, but they're just such a randomly thrown together tag team. Holy shit. I want to shut this show off. I don't even want to watch this Orange Cassidy match, bro. That's how much this dumb fuck is hurting the show. And he's their overrun match. It's going to go 20 minutes, guys. Oh boy. Oh boy. Guys, thank you everyone. There's over 250 across X and YouTube. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the retweet, whatever. Just hit the heart, whatever you guys can do. Fucking share this around. You know, that's what I'm asking you guys to do tonight. I was bump my mic there. Bump my mic stand. You guys yes, just share the show around and all that. It's not a typical live day, so I really do appreciate the turnout. I wouldn't have been shocked if there was 12 people watching us, but we did great as we always do because you guys are the best. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your support. Just share the show around. Tomorrow, live show, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern, and then we're gonna be no Dynamite, so we're just ripping through news segments and shit. I like that way better. PWT live show, regular show. I have some great fucking segments and sicko news lined up for you guys and some fun shit. And then Thursdays live on YouTube and wherever podcasts are, on Spotify in particular. Dave Meltzer, Dumb Moment of the Week. Double DMW. The new show, my new podcast, Dave Meltzer, Dumb Moment of the Week. Thursdays live on YouTube, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. George is saying we're at 62 likes. Yeah, try and get to 100 likes if you guys can. It helps the algorithm. You guys do the damn thing. George is like at least 69 for old time's sake. For back before we could get 100, we used to ask for 69. And then once the show grew, we were able to get 100 or so. So, you know, we ran with that. But we always hit it. So let's you guys get there. And I have somebody who is going to encourage you guys to hit like as well.
I look and see it's not just me. So many others have stood where I stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. They call us problem child. We spent our lives on trial. We walk an endless mile. We are the youth gone wild. We stand and we won't fall. We're one and one for all. The writing's on the wall. We are the youth gone wild. Let me get wild. Yay!
I'm not joking. 10 people stopped watching this show. I watched the viewership climb by 7. I hit Jericho, and then it dropped by over 10. So hit like, you assholes. I punish you for being good to me. Yeah, so Wednesday, Saturday shows, usual times. I won't be here for BFG, unfortunately, Canadian Thanksgiving, unless a miracle happens, but I'll be fucking 10 beers deep with a belly full of turkey, so I just don't know. And yeah, we got Dave Meltzer Dumb Moment of the Week on Thursday, so that'll be fun. So FTR was Stokely here. So now Megan Bain and Penelope Cruz are joining Stokely, and Megan Bain is culturally appropriating my people by wearing a fucking feather headdress. I'm just joking. And guess what? Oh, looks like I was right again. So, breaking news, next Wednesday, Dynamite will be 3 hours with Collision back to back. What has your boy Phil been telling you? Where's my fucking sound?
Just in from Phil Marks of PWT. He says, I told you so.
Yeah, I think by next year we're going to get Collision just tacked on to Dynamite every single week, man. It does better ratings, like even though it's 500,000, now Dynamite's in the Collision ratings area. Right? We predicted it. Rampage is good. Collision's just going to become Rampage. They start doing Rampage numbers, it's going to get canceled too. They're going to tack a third hour onto Dynamite because even though it does a shitty rating, it does better numbers than Collision's doing now. So yeah, Phil, don't fucking. I'm just reading into this. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, craziness, man. So yeah, I mean, I just saw it coming, man. You can just kind of puzzle piece this shit together. What's chat saying? AEW Dynasian, 3 hours means more Orange Cassidy, Brian. Megan got some nice pics out there. Okay, settle down. No, I was kidding. You can thirst cast in chat. We don't hate on it. What guy would wear Cassidy's shirts? Seriously, though. I bought one back in the day, dude. Jim Pock. Welcome to AEW Dynamite Collision. Pretty much. So they'll just call Collision the third. They'll just say it's Collision. Dave will act like it's a win. He'll be like, oh, it's a W for them because they don't fucking, it does a better rating now in that third hour, so why not move it? Even though it's not acknowledging how the ratings tanked and now they're tacking it. None of the shit I'm saying. He won't acknowledge any of that. And then the sickos who all said 3 hours is too long for wrestling, they're all sitting here watching these shows going, oh, it's amazing for wrestling. It's amazing that wrestling's going 2:45 in 3 hours and shit. That's what they're doing. So it's just absolutely fucking cringe, man. We're going to have to deal with that sicko shit, and then we're going to have to... I do like PAC's gear here. But yeah, we're going to have to play this game where look at what Collision did in the third hour, Brian. It's way stronger here. Like, it's not on a different day. And then eventually, or maybe they just get rid of the title Collision altogether and it's just called Dynamite. But I could just see them airing Collision on the third hour, and then they can say, well, it wasn't canceled, it was moved. Like, I'm already 10 steps ahead of all this bullshit, man. Saturday Night Dynamite, third hour. There will be a 1 hour Collision live on Wrestle Dream Saturday as a lead-in, just like they did for All Out. Here's the problem, though. They didn't do that for All Out. They didn't do that. They fucking moved it. They moved it earlier. And so like they did do it for All Out, but it was just not. It's just a 0 hour, essentially. And they didn't do it in their normal fucking time on Saturday. So yeah, they're doing one there, but it's essentially a 0 hour. And how long does that last? Like, that show is going to do 100,000 fucking viewers, you know, because all that'll be the sickos who are getting ready to watch the pay-per-view. So they're better off just letting it get like what, 400 or 500,000 viewers in that third hour on Wednesdays, and then saying, oh, we got the overall. Like, and then Dave Meltzer can play games where he can go, oh, well, the 2 hours head to head beat NXT's 2 hours. And then the third hour, I mean, it is what it is, Brian. He'll just play these games. I'm already 10 steps ahead of his fucking games. Yeah, exactly. It was 0 hour disguised as Collision. Like, bro, they put those on YouTube. Like, does that even count as Collision? You know, they fucking moved it because their whole show, like, Collision just wasn't on that day because WrestlePalooza. Like, they just conceded that fucking night. So I'm fucking 12 steps ahead of Meltzer. I already know what his spins are going to be. I can't wait. Jesus, man. Yeah, I mean, this is a match. I like Pac's new gear, though. I do. Yeah, I don't know, man. Falcon Arrow or whatever on the outside. The final break. I think I'm a tune out. I'm over it. Yeah, I don't know. You were mad you missed Samoa Joe that day. I was. I'm over it. It's a multi-man tag match for money, Brian. The fans love. TK just needs to do a full overhaul and reboot. I know. Yeah, I'm just disinterested. I'm sorry. We're watching picture in picture. I started scrolling Twitter there a bit just to see if there was any news. And yeah, I just saw that AEW news there that they're adding next week. So we're doing a 3-hour live show next week for Wednesday, I guess, because we'll watch the whole thing. We always do. We got to give it its due, right? Like, I mean, we got to at least watch it. So when I talk shit about it, it's not in bad faith and shit. Like these fucking old podcast grifters will say, like Dave Meltzer. Let's see what's going on. Anything overly interesting? If you guys are into UFC, apparently the Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series was a fucking banger. I am going to watch that after. So we're getting some ad for like some medicine that just kills you pretty much. It's this medicine with more side effects than any possible one thing it could remedy. Oh, nice. A playlist of every TNA Hall of Fame induction speech has been uploaded to TNA Plus. And hopefully on their YouTube eventually as well. That's a great watch. I would go watch that for sure. Maybe WBD is trying to get out of their contractual obligations by giving all these extra half hours and hours. No, it's just that like it doesn't. Whatever they put on, I doubt it'll do the same numbers. Maybe it would. Maybe do more. But if Tony Khan also will pay for the extra ads or the extra TV time, we know that WBD likely owns a bit. So if they get paid for the extra ad time and shit, I mean, it's all good. That would be the only benefit to it, you know? But with that being said, it's like, who gives a fuck? It's just so stupid. You're just going to see the numbers fall apart, and it lowers their overall rating. Last week, we saw it didn't benefit them. Next week is 3 hours again. Phil, don't miss. They're just going to 3 hours. They're just doing 3-hour shows. Eventually, Collision's going bye-bye. Let's send that to Meltzer. Yeah, send every show to Meltzer. Send every Dave Meltzer Dumb Moments segment. Send him the fucking... Someone grab the link to the playlist and fucking post it underneath and see what he thinks. Because he's willingly ignorant towards the shit because it makes too much sense and his brain will fucking melt. And he doesn't predict this shit. He didn't know about the TNA, the AAA sale. I fucking did. He didn't know about the fucking... He's not talking about, oh, Collision's going to go away. They're just going to move it around more and fucking it's eventually they're going to keep adding 3 hours to AEW. He knows Tony Khan. He's not even fucking stooging that shit. And maybe because he's trying to help hide it, maybe Tony hasn't talked to him about it. And it's not a matter of like I don't give a fuck that I know it. But the problem is that Dave is like, study the business. All I'm doing is looking at trends and fucking look, I'm just taking in good information, shitting the bad information out of my head as best as I can, and then making an educated guess and going, I think Collision's going away, and they're going to just keep adding a third hour to Dynamite. And then eventually they'll just call the third hour Collision of Dynamite. And then they can just play these games and say it's not canceled, or Dave will just talk about how the ratings have increased year over year for Collision, or the ratings quarter over quarter. We'll get another one of those fucking shitty quarterly graphs from Tony Khan where it shows like quarter over quarter it's fucking higher for Collision, but there will be no mention of how Collision was on Saturday and sometimes Thursday before. I already know the fucking games they're gonna play. So Dave will never acknowledge the shit because we're just 15,000 steps ahead of this motherfucker. And then they can sit there and say it wasn't canceled or whatever. When you go, Collision was canceled. No, it wasn't. And then if they dip, dive, and dodge Thursdays, because they were thinking about moving Collisions to Thursdays. Well, TNA is about to start going live on Thursday all the time, pals. They're doing a bunch of tapings from after BFG through whatever the date was. We'll talk about it tomorrow in TNA news, but they're doing a bunch of live tapings from Full Sail. So, and they're going to be live like a bunch of Thursdays in a row to see if they can do it more than just one live show a month or whatever. Let's see if they can go live every week. Why? Well, because they're about to lock in a TV deal. The TV deal, they're going to air it on Thursdays, but they're going to look and see, okay, is it better for you guys if you go live every single week? Or is it better if you guys fucking tape every single week? Or like tape a month at once, or a month every fucking, or like a few weeks at a time, couple weeks at a time. And then what's better? What works, you know? And they're going to look at how their live production goes. I'm sure if those rumors are true, okay, those could totally, I don't know if that's the case, but it appears that way based on TNA scheduling. Again, we'll break that down tomorrow. A little tease, a little sizzle to the steak tomorrow. And a little sizzle to the steak, or sizzle to the snake. No. But yeah, so I think they're gonna go live Thursdays, or they'll just air their show, because why wouldn't you, right? TNA's that's how they've gained their audience back, is going live Thursdays, or not going live Thursdays, but going live once a month Thursdays / airing your fucking show on Thursdays / going live for like YouTube people, but then airing the tape shit on Access or whatever. You know, they've tried multiple things, but Thursday's their day, and then Dynamite will stand alone on Wednesday, which is way better. We're going to compare ratings because all the wrestling fans will be free. You know what I mean? And then they can really kick their ass. And then if Collision's still forced to go to Thursday a few times, we'll see TNA go head-to-head and destroy Collision that way, so it'll be funny. And then we'll get AEW ratings discourse like throughout the week. It'll be funnier. And we'll start comparing TNA's ratings to NXT's as well. We'll be looking at ratings posts that say NXT, AEW, TNA, and those are going to be so fun. Those are going to be so fun. I can't wait. God damn, I can't wait. But I think by 2026, Collision's gone, son. And I could see TNA Impact, if it does well, we could get a TNA Explosion show where maybe that's an hour of like unique taped wrestling, like the dark matches from the Impact show get put on this Explosion show or whatever. And maybe somewhere else pick something up, like one of these Rokus or something like that. What's Evolve on Tubi? Maybe Tubi's like, hey, yeah, we like TNA. Oh, you're cool with WWE? Oh, yeah, you like TNA Explosion? You know? Where's your rookies at? You give us fucking 3 matches a week or whatever? I'm just throwing the name Explosion out there. I mean, that's lived in different... I mean, that's been like a recap show before, you know, they own the IP. It's a good name. Explosion and Impact. Those are good names. So, honestly, Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision. Rampage and Collision were decent. Dynamite was so, like, Nitro-ish, you know? But Collision and Rampage, those are good names for wrestling shows, too. But too bad Rampage is already gone. And Collision's about to be gone, too. And this Title Tuesday, we don't even get a title match to main event Title Tuesday. Is TNA still at Universal? Fuck no. Haven't been for a long time. Saturday nights are a death spot. Yep, because of PLEs and pay-per-views. But again, UFC's playing around with the Paramount deal. And Paramount, TKO, UFC, Paramount might swoop in by WBD, AEW. Hello. They might just get fucking AEW might just get kicked off the air by Paramount, but it's just a death day because like pay-per-views are then, and it's like the White House card is going to be held on a Sunday because now UFC's starting to play around again. So when they do UFC at the White House, they announce it's going to be on Trump's birthday, and so that lands on a Sunday, I guess. And so they don't give a fuck. They'll even do Sundays. And it doesn't matter because WWE will do their PLE Saturday or Sunday, just whenever they dominate the weekend. No matter what, they dominate the weekend. And I like TNA PLEs on Fridays as well. Because depending what market you're in, you can kind of like start when SmackDown ends or is ending. But for TNA, it's like, when else do you do your PLEs? You just got to bite the bullet. You got to stick to You got to stick to whatever day you can fit it in on the weekend or Friday, like they've been doing. And then you got to just stick to your day Thursday, you know? That's how you win, because it makes them seem like they don't care what WWE's doing either. And that's a W for TNA. Obviously, they do to some degree, but they know. If you're a TNA fan, you're going to watch TNA. They own that. AEW doesn't own that. And all the sycophants and all the fucking shill, like, wannabe fucking virtue signaler fucking sheets and media that just shill AEW, they don't admit that either, but they know it, that whoever's going to watch AEW is just going to watch AEW. Now we're getting macings, and we're going, what did I tell you guys? An extra half hour, but we're going over the half hour. Why? Yeah, I told you guys, like, they're doing an overrun on the 30 minute additional 30 minutes of Dynamite. Why? Because they're adding that third hour, boys and girls. They are adding that fucking third hour, and they're getting rid of Collision. I couldn't be more right. I'm proud of myself for, again, just calling another one here at PWT, just way ahead of the curve. And I appreciate you all for being here and supporting what I fucking do. Hit like and subscribe and all that good shit. And let's keep doing the damn thing here. We have the live show tomorrow. Make sure everybody tunes in to PWT live show tomorrow. And then, of course, Dave Meltzer's Dumb Moment of the Week Thursday live on YouTube, and immediately after wherever podcasts are at. You don't want to miss that one. It's been a great one. And yeah, this has been a PWT run-in. Round of applause for you all. I mean, what can we say about the ending of that? It's just bullshit. And again, your boy Phil don't miss when it comes to what's going down here in the world of pro wrestling, and neither do you guys when you tune into this show. I want to thank you all for being here. You know, I don't know what AEW gained from any of that. NXT and TNA just wrapping up loose ends of stories, building towards more shit that's going to happen between TNA and NXT. Ava still trying to work with TNA, as they teased at the end there. They just pitched what's going to happen on next week's show. Hey, there's going to be a battle royal with Naka. It's going to be awesome. So appreciate you all. See you guys tomorrow for PWT live show Wednesday night. Yeah, it'll be on 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys are locked in here. And thank you all for being here, man. Round of applause to the PWT universe. Another amazing show. Thanks for being here for this run-in. Thanks everybody who super chatted in, became a member. And yeah. Oh, yeah. Saturday's live show, Crown Jewel, though, is going to be in the morning. And we're going to watch Crown Jewel. Okay. And then that Raw, that Member Monday might be just during the day. And we'll talk about Raw, or I'll just watch it whenever I watch it with you, or whatever the fuck, because it's like also taking place from Australia or whatever. But until next time, I'll see you in the Upside Down. Love you all.
B3CCA. Love me. IRL, love me. Love me. love me.